she automatically just gave me some hearts. I was like, I didn't know what to do, so I just started handing out hearts.
This is Stuart Tom Tom. He spends a lot of time on the streets of Whitehorse. He also spends a lot of time here at this glass-blowing studio visiting his friend Lou.
He's our heart man. Well, he's one of my really, really good friends. I mean, I see him every day. If that's not a really, really good friend, then who is?
It was about a decade ago Lou and Stuart first met in the early winter morning hours as he was taking a cold, dark walk to town.
And she pulled over for no reason. I have no clue. I was like,
Well, it was in the middle of the night.
yeah, it was.
Some people, yeah, it's like you met in another life. Or, we just needed to be friends in this life.
Since that day, Stuart visits Lou every morning.
Basically, I wait until I go to the shelter, grab some breakfast, and I make sure I give her some oranges.
I'm an early morning person, so I'm here early. So is Stuart. And so he'll come in at 4:30 in the morning, 5 in the morning, and I'll see him at the door, and I'll open the door. And then he hangs out here for a little while. Sometimes he brings friends. It's a good way to meet lots of people with Stuart around.
These visits aren't just about getting together and saying hello. After all, they call Stuart the Heart Man for a reason.
And then before he leaves, then he'll usually take 6 hearts now.
The hearts are made of glass, each one of them blown at the studio and then given to Stuart.
He knows what to do with those hearts. Like, he waits for the right people to hand them to. And sometimes he'll come back with stories, and sometimes those people will come back with stories. And they just cause you to cry. And he says he causes people to cry, and I know there's people in Whitehorse that have cried because Stuart has given them hearts.
It makes me a different person. The other side of me is not me, but the other side of me is me. Like, I got 2 personalities. It's hard to explain.
Stuart says he figures he's handed out close to 2,000 hearts a year for the past decade.
And once in a while, they'll just hand me money. I said, not for sale, but damn.
What do people think when you give them the hearts?
I don't know, because as soon as I give them a heart, they get cried or sad and whatever. I turn around and walk away. It's like, I said, then all of a sudden they come up to me out of the blue and like, you know what, you just made my day.
But he's a man of character and a man of honor. And this is the job that he has chosen to do. And people respond to him. He has charisma. And so we couldn't have found a better person. So thank goodness I picked up Stuart in the early hours of the morning. There's so much at Lou Mel that we never expected. I think you just have to be open. You just have to be inclusive. You have to realize that an addiction is actually not relevant. That there are incredible people who happen to have addictions, and they're still incredible, charismatic, like doers. Stuart is a doer in this world.
They call Stuart the Heart Man, and the hearts he shares are special. For one, they're a little fragile, and each one is a little bit different, kind of like Stuart. But when you receive one, along the Yukon River, it's a reminder that kindness isn't always where you expect it, but it's a treasure when you find it. George Maratos, CBC News, Whitehorse.